Pisces, I just wanted to come in today and just kind of speak on what you may be going through today as a Pisces. Me being a Pisces myself, right now in my life, it's a really interesting time in life for us Pisces because I know Pisces, I know several Pisces, and a lot of us are going through similar things. Obviously, not the same thing. We're all different people, but we are Pisces, so we, may be going through some similar things. And for me, right now is a very calm and quiet time in my life. I'm able to focus on myself. And that is something that in the past, I just never um, have really done. I'm always focused on other people's needs, whether it's, someone in my family, someone close to me or whatever. We as Pisces, we tend, we're givers, we care, we're sensitive to other people's needs, and then sometimes we fall short when it comes to ourselves. So um, I have really learned to just start to pour into myself and focus on giving myself some quality time and loving it. The past couple of years have been, bittersweet in my life. Some great things has happened and some, not so good things have happened as well. But that's life, and that's the part of life that we have to embrace because it strengthens us. I can tell you that's where I have gotten my strength from is through, some pain, through some discomfort. And although it doesn't feel good in that moment, but when you come out on the other end of it, it sure feels nice that, you have gotten yourself, you know, through difficult situations. Now, I didn't totally do it by myself. I put my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ first. That's who, that's where I get my strength from. And when I feel like I can't go to anyone, and sometimes as Pisces, we feel that way. We feel like, yeah, we have friends, yeah, we have family members, but sometimes we don't feel like we even want to take our issues to friends and family members. And sometimes it's just certain things you don't even want to talk about to others because, you don't want to feel judged, or you don't want to feel like you're being a burden to others, and that's, you know, why I turn to God and, the Lord like I do, because that's a relationship that never fails me. And as a Pisces, we're spiritual anyway, I'm not trying to, put my beliefs off on you. I'm just saying that's who I turn to first and foremost. When I open my eyes in the morning, that's who I'm thinking. For life, for strength, for it's the little things that are big in our life. Just to be able to wake up, just to be able to travel, leave home and come back and return. We take these things for granted. We take these things, like I said, for granted as if, they're promised to us, and it's not. So, lately I've been really trying to be thankful and be appreciative to the individuals that are in my life. My circle of people that are in my life is small, and that's for a reason. I'm not the type of person that really, need a bunch of people surrounded me. The kind of work I do uh, bring enough attention my way, but in my personal life, um, it's very sacred, and it's a very, small amount of people that I can just really turn to and that I do turn to. Um, but as a Pisces, I have really gone through some things in my life that has just made me stronger. And today in my life, I'm just, I'm at peace. Life isn't perfect. No one's life is perfect. No one is perfect but God. But at a point right now, I'm just really, really, really working on myself and personal growth, and just trying to work on uh, new opportunities that are coming my way. I'm just trying to grow in my life and, focus on, the things that I'm going to need to, in order to, sustain the type of life that I want to continue to live. And I just feel that, God has me protected, and I am going to, achieve the things that I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes you have to keep whatever it is that you're working on in your life, you have to keep it to yourself. You can't unveil it until it is totally developed. So it's okay. People say Pisces are sneaky, and we are mysterious at times, and we tend to hide what we're doing. But that's just kind of a Pisces trait. We don't jump the gun, so to speak. We just kind of like to work in silence and work in peace. I know with me, I work better when I work alone. I work better when I can just focus on what it is that I'm trying to achieve in life. I don't really like to speak on things before it fully happens. I don't want to speak on what I'm gonna potentially do unless it is with someone that I'm gonna potentially do it with. Otherwise, I'm just kind of to myself, and I just kind of work alone on things, and I create better when I you know work like that, and I can just focus on what it is that I am truly trying to focus on. But right now, as Pisces, we really need to be manifesting. We really need to be putting it out there, what it is that we are trying to do in our lives and with our lives, because the creator, spirit is listening, and God is really sending blessings down on us all. And you have to pray, you have to believe in what you're praying for, and and know that it's going to happen. Don't put negativity out there. Don't be that person that is always saying, oh, it never happens for me. Oh, because when you put that kind of energy out there, then you're